Hello, I'm Toycat, and welcome back to the second channel video. We are nearing the end of December, and you know what that means holiday-wise? It means the people from this island are all getting out with all their traditions and their hijinks, and they're gonna spread to the rest of the world. We're all gonna go a little bit crazy for a bit, and then we're gonna go back to normal when it's over. But first, I wanted to explain some of the weird traditions and things that are going to happen, because I learned something very shocking about Christmas, because it does turn out it varies a lot by country. Even what we call Father Christmas, the man who brings gifts, is apparently not standardized. In Europe alone, you can see, well, it's called Father Christmas in most of the country in Western Europe, but in Germany it is Christmas Man, while it is Christ Child in a lot of Central Europe, Saint Nicholas, the Christmas Goat in Finland, and then most interestingly, Christmas Lads. Alright, it's the Christmas Lads here to deliver your gifts, apparently, in Iceland is how they would say it, and I thought that was incredibly interesting, but I realized something because I did a lot of Christmas research this video, and I was like, as it turns out, the amount of Christmassiness is not something which is as high as the UK. Everyone knows that there are certain Northern European countries that take Christmas very seriously, and the theory behind why, like look at Norway at number 1 here. This is measured, by the way, just by using Google search volumes for Christmas-related terms, so it's not a perfect measurement of least Christmassy or most Christmassy. However, what it is it's an opportunity to explain that the further north in Europe you go, the more you need something for the winter solstice. If you look at where Norway is right now, they get so little sunlight, even in like the major cities in the south, that the sun is currently rising and setting at absurd times, like 3 or 5 hours after it raises, the sun sets, and because of that, a lot of people get unhappy from this, and so you need a big event. What can that big event be? Wow, Christmas. We'll give each other gifts. We'll tell each other not to kill each other, to kill ourselves even, until the weather gets better and things are happier in the summer, and so that's why Northern European countries are like that. I don't know, looking at the rest of this, it's like, well, Eastern Europe seems to be less big on the Christmassy spectrum, which is funny because my new roommate from the former Soviet Union is like, oh yes, Christmas is the biggest holiday. I'm so sad we do not celebrate it as big here. So, it turns out there's a lot of interesting variants within families, you might assume here. But as you can see, this is the Christmas spirit throughout Europe, which, fun fact, does not really correlate that strongly with the Christianity in the world. So if we zoom in real quick to just Europe for this, so if you look at Europe's Christianness, so purple is the most Christian, right? Yeah, purple is the most, then kind of dark blue, and then like orange is nothing. If you look at this map of Christians, it's like, well, actually the most, the countries you'd expect would do it the most would be Poland and Spain. If you've ever met a Polish person or a Spaniard, this all actually about lines up. Irish people as well, like, why are they a little bit, cooler on this? And the answer is like, well, I guess they're better at not killing themselves without Christmas, maybe. Anyway, speaking of not killing yourself without Christmas, here is an interesting map I found. This one is, this claims to be the historical probability of a white Christmas. And honestly, first of all, I don't know why this is focused on the US. I don't know why so little of the US gets snow, but I also think it's incredibly offensive to say that just because you're in the south of the US, you're gonna have a black Christmas. I just don't know if that's okay to say anymore, but apparently this map thinks that it is. Next up here, we have Christmas as a public holiday. This is a fun Wikipedia map, actually. Maybe you can tell from the color scheme and the weird way these lines are drawn. But yeah, if you see that a pink country is a country that has 1 day of Christmas as a public holiday, red is 2, and dark red is 3. And I am always so shocked when I remember Americans don't get Boxing Day off. What do you do if you're 26? It's a special day. You have a buffet, or you relax and you enjoy your Christmas gifts. If you can't enjoy your Christmas gifts on Christmas Day, and it's the one time of year if you grow up poor that you actually get fun things that you want, and so you gotta play with them at some point. What's with that? Yeah, and apparently if you're in Greenland you get 3 days. Same with Finland, that when the Christmas goat comes, he's making sure that you get your time off in Finland, which is very, very fun. And so yeah, you look at the map and you see that most countries get 1 or 2 days off, with a few in 3, and then you see some countries that are interestingly in grey. That is very, very interesting, because when we compare it with this map, because rather than just being like, look at these grey countries, look at the countries which do not explicitly celebrate Christmas. So looking at these ones, we can see very carefully, like, okay, what is it these countries have in common? Like, okay, China's in red because it's red. I'm a little surprised to see North Korea there, but probably shouldn't be. And then all of these countries in the Middle East right here seem to not celebrate Christmas. Does anyone actually know why the Middle East wouldn't celebrate Christmas? Like, you'd figure they're really big on religion, right? So can you let me know in the comments with like a 6-paragraph response if there's a good reason why Saudi Arabia doesn't celebrate Christmas? I'm just saying, could boost their economy a lot. Just yeah, there's got to be a good reason. I can't work it out. Yeah. So thank you very much for that. Anyway, we're getting into the fun one here because this is the Christmas date in Europe. I did not know this in the slightest. I knew that loads of European countries are weird. They celebrate Christmas on the 24th. That was when I broke up with my German girlfriend. I'm gonna be honest with you. It was like, we just cannot get along. If you think the 24th isn't it, this is when you're still going, oh yes, I've got to wait until tomorrow. But no, apparently all of Europe says it's the 25th. Just some Europeans are dumb, calling you all out. Just saying, get your stuff together, mainland Europeans. I think it actually is the UK being quite weird for doing it on the 25th. Which apparently is the date. Anyway, so most countries celebrate on the 25th. Some countries like Belarus and Moldova celebrate on the 7th as well. I'm guessing that's the end of the 12 days. Is that 12 days? I think that's 12 days. But then also Russia, as well as Kazakhstan and the Ukraine and Serbia and Kosovo, not Kosovo actually, interestingly, and Macedonia and Montenegro rather, all of these countries celebrate on January the 7th only. If I had to guess, it would be a calendar mistake, but then because all these countries celebrate on both the 7th and the 25th, no, actually, yeah, it's gonna be either the 12 days of Christmas ends then, or that is the calendar thing, because Russia didn't switch over calendars, so a few holidays are moved over. Maybe. Or maybe it's like a time zone difference, and so, because Russia's 2 hours ahead of the rest of Europe. 3 hours, maybe? Maybe they just decided, you know what, that basically is 12 days. Tell me what you think. Also, did you know Christmas is not a holiday in Turkey? You will know after you see this map, because wow, did you know? Here are the most popular Christmas dishes in Europe. I thought it was a given that turkey was a Christmas dish. I get confused when Americans use turkey for Thanksgiving, because it's like, why are you celebrating Christmas early? Although I had some very good turkey in American Thanksgiving. Thank you Americans for that. But yeah, you can see turkey is the common dish in the UK, Ireland, France. The UK and France agreeing on something, apparently agreeing on something besides what to call Father Christmas. Man, you know what? Christmas is the one holiday, you know, it brings together British people and French people, it seems. But then also you can see, looking around the rest of Europe, it's quite strange. So chicken is the dish of choice in Malta. Chicken for Christmas, which I'd laugh at more, but turkey and chicken are basically the same bird. And then you've got like, okay, it's suckling pig in Spain. That actually sounds pretty good. It's pork in all of the Nordic countries, including where the Christmas lads are. And then you can also you can see that like for a lot of Central European countries, it's fried carp. But the worst one of all, the thing that really hurts me, come on Russia and Belarus, you're getting Christmas on the wrong day, and then you're eating geese. What did geese do to deserve this? You know, this doesn't feel justified. I know I'm over here talking about how I want to eat turkeys, and like turkeys, you know, like they're cute birds too probably, but are they as cute as geese? In fact, let me show you a turkey and a goose together. I don't know if I can do this. I should have prepared this before the video, but there's a park in like North Las Vegas, and there's just a bunch of turkey and geese running around it, and I'm hoping if I take a little one of these photospheres, there's gonna be some geese. I mean, why would you take a photosphere if there weren't geese? And the answer is because you're stupid. That's why. Okay, let me show you. Okay, there we go. No, okay, I lost it. Okay, we're gonna go onto this. This has got to be someone who saw some geese, right? Where are the geese? Do you see the geese? I don't see the geese. Well, you know what? Don't eat goose. Apparently, that's my lesson. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the previous one. I'll go to the shore, and by the shore, okay. Do you see on the water there? Don't eat him. He's a tiny bird. You know what? Where are the geese? This park is filled with geese, but you're not going to see those geese today. Should we just look around parks for geese? That'd be my Christmas treat to myself. Okay, I went to this one's right by the airport. I don't know, having this many geese here can't be a good thing, but there's like an insane number of geese at this park. I'm just going to show you parks in Vegas I've been to where I spotted geese. Look at this. Look at this. Don't eat them. That's not an animal that deserves to be eaten for Christmas. Anyway, speaking of Christmas, the other weird thing about this is besides the Bob, I thought that like I was okay with Russia when they committed humanitarian abuses and broke international law, but this is the line, Russia. I am officially sanctioning Russia. Russians are no longer allowed to like the videos without liking the videos first. That's right, Russians, like this video and then stop eating goose. But no, the other thing is fried carp being really common in Central Europe. I didn't know about, and then I looked into something that I wish I hadn't. I learned about the bathtub carp. This is a real thing. You buy a carp before Christmas, with the idea being that, okay, so for many years, custom in Poland and its neighboring countries dictated that families head to the local fish market and buy a live carp for the holiday season. And so they put it in their bathtub, and that's super cute, right? You have a carp in the bathtub, and yeah, the idea was in pre-refrigerated necessity, the idea you could keep the carp fresh before it was time to cook it. Wow, what a really good idea that is. But the horrifying thing to me is like reading about stories for it, like when Christmas Eve arrives, the carp's time is up, then it's up to the family to do all of these things. And it's like, yeah, so my mum told me what it was like in Azelia. The carp lived in the bathtub for a few days, then grandpa would smack it with a hammer on Christmas Eve, and once the carp managed to jump out of the tub and kill itself, they still cooked and ate it. I just, man, this sounds not pleasant to me. This sounds not fun. I having a bathtub carp that you then just beat to death with a hammer, that doesn't seem like a Christmas tradition. I thought it was cute, but you know what? Apparently most animals are maybe the Norwegians have got the right idea on this one. Just eat some food that you're gonna eat the rest of the year anyway, and then be like, oh, it's Christmassy. Because you know, turkeys are cute too. You know, can I find some turkeys? Are these turkeys? That's, if you just don't look close enough, that can kind of be a turkey, right? Where do you find turkeys? Do I just have to type in turkeys? Where are they native to? I feel like they're probably, I know they were sold in Turkey. You know, let's just go to a random street view in Turkey and let's see if there's a bird. Is this a turkey? Is this a turkey? Oh, no. We're in farming land though, we might find a turkey. So we do a GeoGuess up, but we've got to find specific birds. That sounds like turkey? No, that's Turkey like the country. Anyway, yeah, I hope that you found this video interesting. Obviously, I have to mention that in the Netherlands they have gourmetten, which is apparently this, which looks delicious. Look how stoked this man is to eat gourmetten. Which in the UK on Boxing Day you have a buffet that would look something like this, just not as fresh maybe. And then yeah, the other thing I have to mention, because if I don't mention it, I'll get comments being like, "Oh, Toy Cat, did you know that in Japan they eat KFC for Christmas?" Yes, I know. Everyone knows. My family, my whole family. There was like a quiz, and like it was one of the facts that like everyone knows it. It's at that annoying point in fact where 90% know, and so every now and then someone discovers like, wow, KFC's a Christmas thing in Japan. This is a quirky fact no one must know. Everyone knows it. It's too well known. It's a problem. It's a big problem. And so yeah, just don't let me know about what's happening. Don't let me know what's happening in Christmas in your country. If your country is Japan or Russia or you know what? If you're in the Netherlands though, tell me about your gourmetten. I'd love to know. And yeah, I hope that you found this video interesting. I'm always interested by these small towns that look like they've been left behind almost. I feel like I could happily zoom around one of these and forget about the world, really, which is what I'll be doing for Christmas. Now, I do intend to have some form of video up on Christmas. I think that a lot of YouTubers are like, "Oh, Christmas is so special. Spend it with your family." It's like I think it's totally understandable to have a family that you don't like spending Christmas with. I think I'm very lucky to have one that I do want to spend Christmas with. And I also want to make it clear, like, yeah, if your thing is to spend time with YouTubers, you should have the videos to do that. So I'm going to try have a video out on here, as well as the main channel or wherever else. Because I think if you want to have a parasocial relationship on Christmas, you should do that. And the place you can best do that is to join me on Google Street View you want to know my favorite places? Okay, let's do this. Unrelated Christmas video. Christmas is over now. Let me show you what I like. So there's a, I don't even know for sure if there's a real difference between, where is this park? There's a park over here, and it's a very fun park, because if you go to it, look at this, right? You go to the park, you get a little photosphere, and what's at the park in Las Vegas, just outside of it? Wow, is that, oh, there's no one here. You know, why do people take photospheres at famous places where the famous animal is not there? You kind of disappoint me, internet. Okay. So we're at the park. This is a nice sunny day. And you know what animal we're going to see here today? You know, you all suck at taking pictures. Okay, so, wow, do you know what we're going to see here today? There's sheep at the park. In my head, aren't these goats really more than sheep? But they're called bighorn sheep. So am I wrong about that? Look, they're at the playground. Isn't that adorable? I want to pet one quite badly. They didn't let me pet them. Like, I tried to, but they're like a little too skittish. So if anyone wants to come with me to Henway Park, and help me catch a mountain goat to take home. Unless that's a crime, in which case I'm joking right now. Let me know, and we'll arrange that over the Christmas period. Thank you very much for watching the second channel video, though. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Unless I don't.